Hello and welcome to my channel. This is for people that are learning English as a second language. We're looking at this book here today, Treasure Island, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Absolutely brilliant. I've just finished it and I'd highly recommend it. I mean, it's probably one of the best stories ever written about adventure, and it's full of danger and excitement and pirates and stolen treasure, mutinies and all sorts of stuff, battles at sea. Absolutely brilliant. You're going to be learning some new vocabulary, some pirate slang. It's going to help you with your listening skills, and you're going to really enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my Instagram. It's at Barry_English_. So this version, probably not the easiest version. It's quite old-fashioned, the language, and lots of pirate slang. But don't worry, there's lots of different versions available, different adaptations. I think there's even a film as well. But what I'm going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the author. We're going to have a brief overview of the book, the main characters, and some vocabulary there for you. Okay, so the author, Robert Louis Stevenson, born in Scotland. This was written in the 1800s. He also wrote another book called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, amongst other books, of course, and they're both classics. He loved adventure, he loved travel, he loved mystery, and you certainly find that in this book here in abundance. So let's have a look at some of the main characters. Jim Hawkins, he is the protagonist, he's the main hero, and his character really grows and develops as the story progresses. He's a young lad, he's brave, he's curious, he's kind, he's honest, and he often puts himself in very dangerous situations. Then we have Long John Silver. He is the antagonist of the story, he is the villain. He can be friendly, he can be kind, he can be quite fatherly towards Jim at times, but he's also very clever and manipulative. He pretends to be loyal, but he actually is leading the pirates. He's famous for his wooden leg and a parrot which perches on his shoulder. He's dangerous, he's charismatic. People like him even when they shouldn't, and even when you read the book, you know, you kind of despise and hate him, but at the same time he's so enchanting and charismatic. And at the end of the book he manages to escape unharmed and with a little bit of reward for himself as well. Other main characters are Billy Bones. He's a pirate which has in his side, his chest, he has a treasure map. You have the Doctor, who is clever and calm and kind and level-headed. You have the Squire, who's a rich gentleman and he's enthusiastic. He funds the expedition to Treasure Island. And you have the Captain. He's honest, he's serious, he's a strong leader. Ben Gunn is the odd, slightly eccentric character that was marooned on Treasure Island for 3 years prior to the ship arriving. So let's have a look at the story. Jim Hawkins, he's the young lad. He works in the family inn, and one day a mysterious chap comes in called Billy Bones. He drinks far too much rum, and he's obviously a seaman. Little do they know, probably he was a pirate. And he drinks a lot of rum and gets drunk, and one day another mysterious character arrives, and shortly afterwards Billy Bones dies. Jim finds in his room an old chest, and there's a treasure map inside. So he decides to go to the Doctor and to the Squire, and he tells them about this hidden treasure. And so they decide to fund this expedition on a boat. So they assemble a crew. Now you've got the captain, he's honest and reliable and trustworthy. He suspects fairly early on that some of the crew members may be pirates or maybe considering a mutiny, but we're not quite sure at this stage. So as the adventure continues, one evening Jim Hawkins overhears a conversation which alludes to the fact that there will be a mutiny and that Long John Silver is a pirate and he'll be leading this mutiny. So once they get to Treasure Island, all kind of hell and chaos and carnage breaks loose, and there's a fight between the honest crew and the pirates, and they're all after the treasure. And the honest crew have to they go into a stockade to protect themselves. Jim manages to kind of get away, he gets onto the pirate ship. The pirates have been partying the night before, they've been having bonfires and they've been drinking rum and raucous behaviour, and he takes advantage of the situation because they've all got hangovers, and he manages to take hold of the ship and he takes it round to another bay and anchors it for safety. And anyway, the fortunes of the pirates turn. The honest crew start to take control of the island. Ben Gunn helps them to locate the treasure, which he's already kind of hidden at a different location. And Long John Silver sees that the fortunes are turning against him, and he decides to work with the honest crew and ensure his safe passage back to England with a small bounty of gold in his pocket. So the whole adventure completely transforms the main character, Jim Hawkins, and as I say, he sort of matures through the story, and they end up taking the treasure back. Long John Silver manages to escape when he gets back to England, and so yeah, great story, really enjoyed it, I highly recommend it. Let's have a look at some new vocabulary for you then. So we've got mutiny, that's when the crew turns against the captain, right? You've got buccaneers, they're also pirates. It's another word for pirates. Pirates are people that rob people at sea. We've got frigate, that was a fast warship. We've got man of war, which was a large navy ship with guns. They got cutlasses, the short sword, which were favoured by the pirates. And we've got bounty, which is reward or stolen treasure. We've got treasure map, which is a map where it was a map showing where the gold was buried. An interesting fact as well, which many of you may not know, is that a lot of the seamen and sailors couldn't swim. They would have simply drowned, and so that was a form of punishment by the pirates, was to walk the plank. I mean, an awful punishment as well. Marooned, that is when you are left alone on an island. Pretty horrific, I would say. And that's Ben Gunn, that's what happened to Ben Gunn. Bay is an area of water near the shore, and an anchorage is a place where ships can safely harbour or anchor, and the anchor itself is the heavy object used to stop a ship. So let's look at some pirate slang. We've got ahoy, which means hello. Shiver me timbers is an expression of shock. Matey is friend. Booty is stolen treasure. Davy Jones's locker, this is pirate slang for bottom of the sea, for a sailor's grave. And so in conclusion, I really highly recommend reading this book. Full of adventure, pirates, it's just absolutely brilliant. You know, the main character grows and develops throughout the book, and probably one of the best villains you're ever going to come across in the form of Long John Silver, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yes, that is it. Subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments there as well, whether you liked it or you didn't like it, absolutely fine. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Barry_English_, and there's going to be plenty more of these to come, and we'll be looking at lots of different books. Thank you.